Have you ever wondered, how do you know you're real? Not in the philosophical sense, literally. How do you know your memories are real? Your friends, your past, your childhood, your entire life. What if I told you there's a theory in physics suggesting that you might be nothing more than a spontaneous pop of consciousness floating in an empty universe formed by random chance, with memories that never happened in a reality that doesn't exist? Sounds insane, right? Except this idea isn't from sci-fi. It comes from mainstream cosmology. This is the haunting theory of the Boltzmann brain. And today, we're going to explore the terrifying possibility that you might be one. But before you dismiss it, stay with me, because the deeper you go, the more disturbing and strangely beautiful this idea becomes. Our story begins in the 1800s with a brilliant physicist named Ludwig Boltzmann, the father of statistical mechanics, the science of probability and physical systems. Boltzmann asked a simple but profound question. If the universe tends toward disorder, why is it so ordered right now? Stars, galaxies, planets, these require extremely low entropy, meaning the universe started in a very unusual, highly organized state. To explain this, Boltzmann proposed something radical. What if the universe is mostly chaos, but order forms rarely and randomly, just by chance? You can imagine it like this. If you shake a jar of sand long enough, eventually, by pure luck, a few grains might line up into a perfect pattern. The universe, Boltzmann thought, might work the same way. But then, physicists took this idea to its logical and horrifying conclusion. If random fluctuations can create ordered pockets of reality, then what's the smallest amount of order needed to create an observer? Not a galaxy, not a planet, not even a body, just a brain. A brain with working neurons, a brain with electrical signals, a brain that believes it has memories, a brain that thinks it has lived a life. This theoretical object is called a Boltzmann brain, a self-aware mind that forms accidentally from random quantum fluctuations in the fabric of the universe. No parents, no body, no history. Just raw consciousness appearing out of the void, believing it's human. This theory implies something disturbing. It is statistically far more likely for a single brain to appear by chance than for an entire universe with billions of galaxies to form. If the universe is infinite or lasts long enough, then Boltzmann brains shouldn't just be possible, they should outnumber humans. Which leads to the darkest question. If most observers in the universe are Boltzmann brains, how do you know you're not one of them? Let's break down the logic. To create a whole universe, insanely unlikely. A galaxy, still extremely unlikely. A single thinking brain, far, far less unlikely. Physicists call this the measure problem. If reality allows infinite time or infinite space, then rare things, even absurd things, become inevitable. It's like rolling dice. If you roll 6 dice once, rolling all 6s is nearly impossible. Roll them a trillion times. Eventually, it will happen. Now imagine that dice rolling is happening at the quantum level, everywhere, all the time. Eventually, one of those fluctuations will form something that, by sheer coincidence, fires neurons in a pattern identical to a conscious thought. Maybe a brain like yours. Maybe with your memories. Or maybe with memories of a life totally unlike anything that ever existed. If the math is right, then Boltzmann brains are more probable than our entire civilization. And probability does something cruel here. It forces you to question which universe you're actually in. The Boltzmann brain theory leads to a cosmic paranoia. What if nothing around you is real? What if every person you've ever met, every place you've ever been, your entire past, is just a hallucination created inside a random brain? No Earth, no civilization, no physical world. Just you, alone, a flicker of consciousness in an empty universe. Everything you remember is just noise inside a brain made by chance. It's existential horror, but with scientific equations behind it. Even worse, a Boltzmann brain might exist for a fraction of a second. You might disappear the moment you finish this sentence. This is why physicists hate this theory, because if it's true, it makes science impossible. If your memories were randomly generated, you have no reason to trust your observations, no way to know if physics is real, no way to know anything. Reality collapses. Luckily, the story doesn't end in cosmic despair. Most modern physicists argue that Boltzmann brains should not dominate our universe. Why? Because if they did, it would lead to contradictions. We observe a structured universe with consistent laws across billions of light years. To rescue reality, scientists propose several solutions. 1. The universe has a finite lifetime. If the cosmos ends via heat death, big rip, vacuum decay, before enough fluctuations occur, Boltzmann brains never get the chance to dominate. 2. The laws of physics make them impossible. Some theories suggest that the kind of fluctuation needed to create a conscious brain is actually more improbable than creating an ordered universe. Counterintuitive, but possible. 3. Inflation solves it. Cosmic inflation might create so much real structure that it massively outweighs any random brain pops. 4. The anthropic principle. Some physicists argue that we shouldn't be surprised to find ourselves in the kind of universe where real observers are common. Still controversial, but rescues sanity. Regardless of the solution, the consensus is, if a theory predicts Boltzmann brains dominate, that theory is wrong. This isn't because scientists dislike the idea, it's because it breaks scientific reasoning itself. But here's the plot twist. The Boltzmann brain isn't just a physics puzzle. It forces us to ask deeper questions. Why does anything exist in the first place? Why is the universe ordered? Why do we experience time, memory, and continuity? What even counts as real? It also reveals something touching. If you aren't a Boltzmann brain, then your memories actually happened. Your relationships are real. Your life is part of a vast, ancient cosmos. The very fact that you can question your own existence is remarkable. It means you're the product of billions of years of cosmic evolution, not a one-in-infinity accident. And even if Boltzmann brains could exist, the emotions you feel right now are still genuine to you. That's the strange beauty. Even in a cold, probabilistic universe, consciousness, however it arises, is something extraordinary. So, are you a Boltzmann brain? Almost certainly not. But the theory isn't really asking you to doubt your existence. It's asking you to appreciate it. Because the fact that you're here, in a universe structured enough to create planets, life, and thinking beings, means reality is far richer than random chance. You are part of a cosmos that makes sense. A cosmos filled with history, laws, patterns, and meaning. And maybe the most beautiful part of all, you're real. Your memories are real. Your life is real. And in a universe where chaos could have dominated, that is nothing short of miraculous.